Hello, this is Astrology Talk. This is March 10th, 2022, and it's Thursday, and I am going to talk about Mercury in Pisces. Mercury is going into Pisces, or it already is in Greenwich, and there are some very interesting characteristics that I want to share about Mercury in Pisces. There is an upside and a downside, like Pisces is a symbol with two fish swimming in opposite directions but swimming together. And what that means to me is that it's a collaboration of mental energy and emotional energy, the Pisces symbol, and that it may be in conflict. The impressions people have might be in conflict, but it might not be a bad thing. It's a way of looking at things and perceiving things and making sense out of the world and out of the inner world. And it works together so that a person can be sensitive to what's going on inside and out. So it's important to have perspectives from all sides, I believe. And then sometimes when you're trying to make a decision, you need to kind of screen out some of the incoming information. And Pisces it does that, and it's all about that. And it's complicated, and at the same time, it is very revealing. So one of the things about Pisces that is so important is that it's very imaginative and it's very intuitive. And many people with Pisces energy trust their intuition more than anything else to guide them and give them the vision that they need for their lives. And instinctiveness goes along with that because the Pisces energy has sort of an instinctive response to things, and it's usually very trustworthy. Like my first rule or principle that I live by is to trust your intuition. And so I definitely recommend that people trust their intuition, and people have to listen to their intuition because you have thoughts and you have ideas and you have judgments and opinions and assumptions and everything, but that's not your intuition. Your intuition is, on a deeper level and a higher level at the same time. It's like those flashes. It speaks to you in a language that is uniquely yours, and so you spend a part of your life learning your own language, your own intuitive language. And therefore, when you can listen to your intuition and trust your intuition, by the time you learn how to trust your intuition, you recognize its language. At least that's what I think. Or I should say, I intuitively know. Okay, so the downsides to the Pisces, Mercury in Pisces, is that it can be quite spacey. It can be scattered. It can be a time when there are a lot of ideas and you may not be able to remember things you want to remember, or you may not be able to call forth things you want to say. You might have what I call memory clouds, where you feel like you're in a fog, or you have to reach pretty far back inside your mind to remember things, or remember what you want to remember if you're called upon to remember certain things at certain times. And I think that one of the biggest downsides of the Pisces influence is that the Pisces influence is about seeing things the way you see them and not always being able to see things in any other way. And that's all I want to say about that, because that's all that needs to be said about that, in my opinion. I think we all know what it's like to talk to someone. Okay, I am elaborating on this. We all know what it's like to talk to someone who just refuses to see anything differently than they see it. And they will not adopt your point of view or even look at your point of view. Or they insist that whatever they see or think is the way it is or was or will be. And that is, I think, the biggest downside of Pisces and Mercury in Pisces, is that it's so self-contained in one sense. The view of reality or realities is so self-contained that the Pisces Mercury can't see outside of that, because it's busy looking at the inside of what they're seeing and the outside and trying to decipher, it all. So it can be nerve-wracking for an individual, and it can be distracting, and it can be frustrating for other people as well, in conversation with someone who has Mercury in Pisces, or someone who is experiencing Mercury in Pisces, as we all are right now. It's not easy to be certain of a place where you agree with another person, or even yourself, with the Mercury and Pisces energy. So that to me is like a big downside, if you have it in your chart or if you experience it, as we all are right now. But the greatest thing about Pisces is it's really visionary. It's very artistic and creative, and images just are what Pisces is all about. And Mercury in Pisces can just generate imagery that goes with everything. And that is just really, really beautiful. I mean, and the Mercury in Pisces energy has a passion, an absolute passion for imagery and visions. So, now that Mercury's in Pisces for all of us, I strongly suspect that our dreams will become better, and that dreams of healing can be put into play in the real world. So people who are in the roles of healing and helping other people will be able to be thoroughly inspired emotionally, and be able to work with the physical world to make things happen and bring things together so that the healing can take place. If this has been helpful, or I hope it's been helpful, so please leave a comment. And if you want to know anything about your chart, just write me an email at patriciacraven817@gmail.com. And have a wonderful night of dreams, and a wonderful night of intuition, and day of intuition. Just keep having those intuitions. Just keep listening, fine-tuning. And at my age, at this point, I know I have more to learn, but it has been a long road to learn my own intuitive language and to trust it, because, oh wow, so much input. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of input over the last 70 years. So thank you very much. Good night.